You can't run. You can't hide. And you know the fucking car won't start. 'Cause, duh. There is no escape from horrible horror. Movies so bad, they're scary. Join hosts Marshall Hampton and Aaron Southworth as they try to survive against the worst of the worst in horror movies. If you dare.
Horror, so bad it's scary. Splitting up is never okay. Plot, who needs it? Don't turn on the lights. Cars don't ever start, but that's alright. Running upstairs instead of out the door. Good acting, what do we need that for? Horrible horror, so bad it's scary. Enjoy the show, but not really.
What's up, Moongoons? Welcome to Horrible Horror, the podcast where we watch the worst of the worst in horror movies. I'm your host, Mr. Marshall Hampton. With me, as always, is my co-host, Mr. Aaron Southworth.
Hey, hey.
This week, this is a little bonus episode because it is that time of year again. March is here.
It's that time, man.
It is that time.
You know what it's time
my
for?
My favorite time of the year. It
Okay.
is time for the annual Horrible Horror.
Horrors.
Nope, I already fucked it up. Nope, wait.
Horrible Horror.
Yeah, I did fuck it up. I got Horrible Horrors March Madness Tournament of Awfulness. There we go.
March Movie Madness.
March. Fuck! I fucked it up.
Every year we fuck it
fuck it up.
because it's just so stupid.
It is so
It's
stupid.
so stupid.
Horrible Horrors March Movie Madness Tournament of Awfulness.
Yes.
There we go.
There it is.
It is that time.
It's that time of year. And it wouldn't be tradition if we didn't fuck it up.
That is true.
We gotta fuck it up sometimes.
Fuck up our own name. The title of the thing we came up with ourselves. Yeah, this is a little bonus episode. This bonus episode is gonna be Bracketology. We are going to put together our brackets. We are going to kind of make our initial picks,
our picks,
if you will, and then from here on out, though, the results every week from the fan voting will be that's gonna be on Patreon only. So if you want the results and you want to follow along a little better, go ahead and join our Patreon page. It's on, it only costs like $1 to get the bonus.
I think it's $2. I'm not sure.
I think there's only $1 for the for the bonus content.
Okay. Yeah.
But so just $1 a month will get you the bonus content if you want to follow along and see what the results are as we go through the month of March.
Yeah, so last year what we did is we just did like the episode we're doing now. We're just going to wet your whistle a little bit. And then every week when we came back, we talked about the results. We talked about what the surprises were, what happened, what's moving on. Just had made brief mini episodes. This year we're going to give you the first pick, the first one. But then the rest we're going to put on Patreon for our special Moongoon listeners. Yep,
that's correct. It'll be on Patreon for the for all of our special Moongoons, and I'll check out there, and hopefully you guys will want to. If you're not on Patreon,
don't you want to be special?
Don't you want to be special?
Don't you want to be a special?
Everyone wants to be special.
Yeah.
All right, so we took all the movies we've done in the last year, basically since the last tournament, and we took out the watch-along episode. So we didn't, even though Tro 2 was on there, any watch-along episode.
Tro 2, Monster Squad, Freddy vs. Jason,
and Friday the 13th Part 7.
Yeah.
All those got taken out because that's not a real. Those weren't like real normal episodes.
Yeah.
So that left us with 36 movies, I believe. And our tournament we only do 32 bracket, so we have to actually eliminate 4 movies from the pool from the tournament play. These will be the movies that will probably be the 4 best that Aaron and I think of from this year. Now, you guys might disagree, and if in the past we've had some guests on, who they might disagree, but this is, since we're the ones here, we're gonna pick the 4 best movies from the last year to eliminate from the competition, and then we might even go ahead and pick our top 4.
Maybe
of the
episode
year.
200.
Maybe
we could do that.
We'll do a retrospect or something coming up. Or we just do it now. I don't know.
Well, last time we did it for episode 100 when we had Doug, Chris, and Sarah on the panel.
I don't think we did the top.
We did. We did what were the last 4, the top 4. Which ones would we pick?
Yeah, was that the 100th
that was episode
episode?
100. Yeah,
I thought that was a different episode. We did that.
Episode 100.
All right.
Baby.
Well, we're still like 6 weeks away from episode 200, so I don't know if we'll wait that long.
Yeah,
but we'll figure something out. So
It'll be special.
What we got to do first is we got to pick out which 4 movies are not going to be in the tournament. So let's do that.
Well, let's go through the movies, baby.
Let's go through. We'll go in chronological order, starting with Crips. I'm thinking that's in.
Crips is going in the tournament. I'm sorry. I'm not going to pull that one out to be one of the better ones.
No. Island of Blood. That can stay in.
Island of Blood, while I liked it, definitely still does deserve to be in the tournament.
Old 37.
Fuck that movie.
The Leprechaun Returns. Now, this was actually this was a pretty fun one. I'm going to put that on the bubble.
That one was a pretty fun one. I could see that one being on the bubble.
We'll put that on the bubble.
I just don't know how well. I mean, I know some good ones coming down.
I know. That's why we'll put it on the bubble.
Yeah.
Because I'm not looking too far ahead.
That's a maybe pile.
But, see, we got back-to-back ones that could be, personally, Terror at Blood Fart Lake.
Terror at Blood Fart Lake. For those of you who haven't listened to the episode or seen that movie, do yourself a favor. Be prepared for it.
It is incredibly bad, though.
It's so bad.
But in the best ways.
Yes.
So it's like, it's good bad, and we loved it, but it is a bad. So
it's got
do
the
we leave it in?
shittiest sound, shitty
over the
camera,
top actors, yeah.
Bad actors that are just, they're not necessarily bad.
But they're hamming
just
it up so much.
insanely over the top.
Yeah, but some insanely fun writing that made it in.
That's what a great indie horror movie can do when you actually pay attention to the writing.
Are we putting that in the bubble, or are we going to leave that in?
I think it should stay in.
You think we should leave that in?
I think so.
That's
because
a tough one.
It's so bad.
It is. Well, then that brings us to A Muck Train, another one of our personal favorites. We could put it in bubble for now and come back to it, but we need to...
That movie's so insane.
It is so insane.
But it's bad. It's just a bad movie. She's not a virgin! God damn it.
Finger banging telepathy.
Hot soup.
Hot soup,
everybody.
Hot soup.
Okay.
Leave it in on the bubble.
Leave it in.
Leave it in. I'm surprised. I thought for sure you'd say that. Take that one. See No Evil 2. Leave it in.
Fuck.
Head. I'm going to leave that in.
Yeah.
Bunny the Killer Thing. This was a fun one. This was
a fun one.
This kind of puts me... I put this in the same ballpark as Night of Something Strange. Just one of those insane...
Yes.
And that was our best of the year.
Yes, it was.
So I'm thinking Bunny for now comes out on the bubble. We'll see how it goes.
Bunny the Killer Thing. It's a Findy. It's an independent Finnish horror movie. Listen to our episode. It's about a mutant bunny with a giant cock that goes around killing.
Yep, and fucking.
Yeah, killing and fucking perfectly. Yeah,
and sometimes killing while fucking.
Yes, or death by fucking.
Or death, by a cock slap.
Yeah,
cock,
yes.
I think he even stabs someone in the eye hole with his cock at one point.
And his cock turns into a cockacopter at one point. He swings it around so much.
Yes, he does.
A helicopter.
Yeah, a helicopter. That's right.
That's what I was looking for.
And then, so that was our Easter season. So we had Bunny, not to be confused with Bunny the Killer Thing, just Bunny.
Bunny.
Even though I said so bad it's good, I'm leaving it in for the tournament.
Yeah, I agree.
Prom Night 2, Hello Mary Lou.
This one I may want to take out.
Yeah, I'm thinking we could put this on the bubble.
This one
for now.
might put on
we'll
the bubble.
We'll come back to it.
Yeah, that was a very pleasant surprise.
It was a fun one. Yeah.
Michael Ironside.
There was
good
some great
acting.
effects. It was a fun movie.
Yeah, it was good.
The last slumber party. That fucker's staying in. That could be a favorite to win. Moving on to Bloodhook, the fishing movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Where they were fishing for muskies.
Muskies.
Yeah.
Muskies. The muskie tournament.
I'm saying stay is in.
Yeah, I'm thinking stay in too.
Considering he trains like fucking Daniel LaRusso to go cast at the end.
Yes, the casting montage.
Christ.
The casting training montage. Next is Slumber Party Massacre 2. Rockabilly weirdness with that one.
Now, they did have a pretty awesome band, which I downloaded both those songs.
Yes, you did. I got those for the episode, and Aaron I have to get those.
Yeah, so I went to iTunes, and there they are. It's by a band called Wednesday Week. Yeah, Wednesday Week, and I downloaded both those songs, and I couldn't find Tokyo Convertible.
That's by a different. That one is. I have that one. I downloaded all three of them as well. I get you Tokyo Convertible though.
God, that drove Chris crazy.
Yeah, it did. But for me, I'm leaving it in. I think
totally. Yeah, I totally agree.
Rock
and roll will never die. Sorry.
Got a buzz.
Let's buzz.
Devil's Reign. Now this could be a bubble one too. This one was insane.
Yeah, and it's definitely a art housey kind of horror movie.
William Shatner's shatting it up all over the place.
Shatting it up. Possibly giving birth to the Michael Myers mask with his makeup.
Not
mold.
Possibly. That's 100% where that mask came from was this movie.
They're saying we knew it was Shatner, But then they used that mold for a Star Trek mask, and then they used that Star Trek. But was the mold from this movie, or was it from
I'm pretty sure it's from this movie. It's from
this
movie. Then they made it a mask, and then they turned it to Michael Myers. I don't know. I'm thinking there's other one. I'm probably going to say go ahead and leave it in for now.
Or as Borgnine turns into a weird like goat monster.
Goat monster. Yeah. Oh, so weird.
Melting everywhere.
Yeah.
God damn, that movie is crazy.
John Travolta. Yeah. Lake Fear 3.
Fuck that movie.
That's another favorite to win right there.
God,
that's staying in.
Damn it. That was the first time Nachos was
that
on.
was our first
Nachos and Werewolf from Here Comes the Spooky.
We threw him in the deep end, man.
Here Comes the Spooky podcast. So.
Some people we kind of eased in. Like Sarah Samuels kind of eased her in. He was just, we're throwing you into the fire, man.
Chris Samples, I mean, he did Jason X.
Jason
was
X,
the first one.
Yeah,
that's a good one. Yeah, that's a fun one. Dude, we fucking gave Nachos a fucking raw deal. Oh, you want to hang, motherfucker?
Let's see if you can really hang.
Watch this. God, the movie sucked.
Next is Ice Cream Man.
Again, while I enjoyed it personally, I think I feel like we're not picking a lot out.
We have a lot to go. So
okay, yeah, I'm gonna say stays in.
I'm saying it too. Next is Bedeviled. That was listeners suggested by Katie O'Grath or O'Brien, one of the two. I always forget. Sorry if you're still listening. I'm sorry, but I know your name's Katie, and I remember you suggested this movie, and we both hated it. I'm leaving it in.
I'm trying to remember what is it.
This was like the fucking Slenderman ripoff. It was like the Bedeviled app.
Oh my fucking god!
The app with the clown thing and the.
Oh Jesus, that movie fucking sucked.
Everything was blue.
Yes, that's our Eiffel 65 heavy episode.
Yes, it was.
Jesus.
So that's
that episode we filmed. And I cut it together and I put it up on YouTube. So if you want,
right, you did.
If you want to watch us, it's on YouTube. So it's on our YouTube page, which is probably the worst YouTube page in the world.
Probably.
Yeah.
We need to get more stuff on there.
We just don't have fucking time.
Yeah, I know. It's
all us. It's all us. It's just us.
Yeah, we don't have a crew.
We don't have a producer.
We don't have a crew. We don't have interns. We don't have all that shit.
So you're stuck with a podcast, guys.
Yeah, with two dads.
Yeah,
two guys who are raising kids
with occasional other dads coming.
Yeah. God, should be horror dads. It just be the name of it. Anyway,
don't you dare bite your tongue.
No. Followed up by Sharkenstein.
Sharkenstein, if he's Jewish.
Yeah, Sharkenstein. Sharkenstein. Yeah. Gotta stay in.
Oh, absolutely.
Stays in.
This may be one of the. This may go to the final four.
It could be a final four, at least in the Elite Eight, I think.
Yeah.
Next, now this one I'm thinking we're coming out. Life Force. I'm thinking pull that one out.
I'm thinking pull that one out also because that was like a fine glass of wine.
Yeah, that was a crazy ride, but so fun and so crazy.
It had everything you want. Yeah, it's like I was sitting on the edge of my seat pretty much the whole movie. And
it's long, but you're never really bored.
You're never really bored. Stuff's always happening. Either there's fucking people like sucking down the mummies, smashing into things, exploding. Girl with the most amazing anti-gravity defying tits is walking around.
One of the best buys in the world.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Oh,
lightning, monsters, zombies.
One of the best zombie-esque takeover of the city I've seen ever.
Yeah,
that's terrifying.
Although it's space vampires, but yeah, it was basically space vampire zombie. It was incredible.
It was, check it out if you haven't seen it. The music was great too. It was
awesome.
It's like NFL Films quality.
Yeah. All right, so we'll take that out for now. Next is Miners Massacre, Curse of the 49er.
This is the first time we had both the members of Here Come the Spooky podcast. Not Eric. Who am I talking about? Cincinnati Jeff and Nachos and Werewolf. So if you haven't had a chance, give them a listen.
This was the birth of the EI episode.
Oh, the EI one was good.
This is where EI came into play.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
So we're going to leave that in. Next is Ghoulies 3. The Lost episode.
That was the Lost episode, and that was a bummer because we had a guest, Paul Cochran. He is from podcast that's been defunct now, Pop Culture Intervention. Hasn't been on since October of last year. I think two of the people who run the podcast had a baby together, and they just kind of stopped doing the podcast. So as far as last time I talked to him, he said it's still on hiatus. It still could possibly come back out, but they haven't done anything for a while. It's still a fun podcast. But anyway, Paul was on it. Unfortunately, because it was the Lost episode, his mic or his audio is damaged or something's wrong.
Yeah, it was all messed.
Where you can his mic isn't on. So you can hear him if you crank it all the way up to 11. And he's got kind of a low voice. So it's
Yeah,
kinda,
he's a real laid back chill guy.
Yeah.
A lot like Chris Samples.
Yeah.
Chill.
So it's sometimes kind of hard to hear his voice. So it's tough to hear it.
And we had I was finally able to salvage it and get it up, but but the movie itself is what we're talking about. And the movie sucks. yeah, that's saying it. Next, Chris Samples' pick. His Zombie Holocaust, aka Dr. Butcher. The Cannibal movie that's really not a Holocaust.
Yeah,
or
kind
anything.
of a giallo, not quite giallo.
It's just a gore. It's a cannibal gore movie.
It's Italian horror.
It's shitty. It's
yeah,
real
but
bad.
Fun, kind of.
Kind of. I'm still leaving it in.
Absolutely, I'm leaving it in. But God damn, that movie's so ridiculous.
Next up, we have Rocktober Blood.
Yeah.
Oh, the music from this was
With a killer on the loose.
Killer on the loose. That's
Better
fucking
run and hide. There's a killer on the loose. It's your time to die. Yeah, I downloaded those songs too.
Me too.
It's by Sorcery.
Yeah, Sorcery.
Yeah. Except, you know what I cannot find? Fucking Rainbow Eyes.
You can't get Rainbow Eyes?
I can't get Rainbow Eyes.
Oh, you mean just Little Bitty? There's some Rainbow Eyes.
That's the one.
That's the ditty.
I love that song.
I
cannot find a studio quality song, like version of that song. Now, you just recorded that off of YouTube, didn't you?
That's just recording. The audio grab I got from the movie.
Yeah, I might have to do that and just stick it in my files.
Yeah,
know?
the program I have that grabs it will rip the audio from whatever I'm watching, and then I can upload it straight to iTunes.
Nice.
So it's on my iTunes now.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna have to find that software, but you can listen to those episodes. You can listen to those songs.
Yes.
You Moongoons,
you can go back and listen
to Rainbow Eyes. It's plays at the end of the episode, Rocktober Blood,
and Killer on the Loose.
Yeah.
And there's another one in there that they use.
I'm back.
Yeah, I'm back. That's yep. I'm back.
And Sarah Samples was on the episode with us.
That was a great episode.
That was a great episode.
The movie's ridiculous. It's the ending is insane.
Yeah,
so fun though.
I think
you gotta leave it in, but it's so fun.
I think we all said so bad it's scary, but we said if you have to watch it, watch the last 20 minutes because holy shit, the last 20 minutes is the fucking tits.
Yeah, actually, did we? Let's see. That was
so,
episode.
Yeah. I just actually
Rocktober Blood. Oh yeah, I you know what? I don't have that written down right now, so I don't know. All right, but we're gonna leave it in. Moving on to Halloween Night 2006. Not to be confused with the following week, Halloween Night 2009.
Okay,
so we went on a 3-week binge of movies that were all named Halloween Night.
So was the 2006 one the one with the party, where the guy showed up and killed people at the party?
Yeah.
Or was it the other one?
I don't remember which one. I remember Hack-A-Lantern was Hack-A-Lantern was also Halloween Night, but went by the name Hack-A-Lantern. That was the devil worship one with the crazy grandpa, and that one was insane. They both had parties. Halloween Night one was a college party with the guy who pulled the prank on everybody, and the other one was a really bad one with the 40-year-old. It was one of the 45-year-old college kids. Remember? The same guy who was in Sharkenstein?
Oh, yeah.
Sharkenstein.
Yes.
The blonde guy who was 45 trying to pull off 21.
Yes.
Magnet. The acting was terrible. The Scarecrow comes to life.
Oh, my God. Hey, Scarecrow.
Yeah. I don't remember which one was which. I think 06.
Fuck.
I think the older one was one that actually looked newer.
Right.
So I think 06 was the one with the college kids and the party.
Jesus.
And then 09 was the one that looked like it was from 96.
Yeah.
With the Scarecrow. Either way, both those fuckers are going in.
Fuck yeah.
And then that brought us to the third week with Halloween Night, a.k.a. Hack-A-Lantern.
Hack-A-Lantern.
Devil worshipping one.
Pretty cool movie.
Actually turned to be pretty fun. Yeah, crazy grandpa, crazy family.
There was also a rockin' band in that one, too.
There was a rockin' band in that one.
God damn, their name escapes me right now.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
But yeah, it was also a female singer, big fucking hair.
Yeah.
Oh man, there was a striptease. There was a Type 5 stand-up comedian. Like that whole movie had said.
Look at the impromptu stand-up act outside the party, and this weird stripper, and
tits. Jesus,
yeah.
I just remember there being so much tits. Even like
and a porn star was in there.
oh yeah, and like incest and
Yeah,
goddamn,
lots of incest. Yeah,
this movie had
it was
everything.
insane. Yeah, but
Cornucopia of fucked up.
yeah, it's got to stay in.
Yeah.
Moving on to Night Beast, sci-fi. This was Aaron's sci-fi pick. Aaron wanted to do a sci-fi horror, so I dig one up, and we found this. This was absolutely terrible.
Oh God. But man, it was so
comical. It's so bad. It was funny. Jesus. But let's staying in.
Pretty sure that's a riff track. I think that's a riff tracks one. Also.
I think it is a riff tracks. There's a version of that.
Mm-hmm.
Next is another. I think definitely a runner-up, or it could be a finalist for the championship this year. Should be in the finals. No Mercy.
Yeah, that one almost broke the podcast.
Yeah, that one
I almost quit.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. I need a couple weeks off. Motherfucker.
I need a vacation. That's where I just like snapped. Like it's like an hour and a half of me just ranting.
Marshall just yelling in the microphone and me just looking at him like, why are you wasting our life?
So obviously those are staying in. The next one I think is a bubble that could come out is Sleigh Bells, kicking off our Christmas episode.
Yes, and
Barry Bostwick as Crazy Santa. And the Hot Girls.
That was a fun.
That's
one.
just a fun movie. So
really,
I'm gonna put that out, take it out in the bubble.
I agree. I will seed that. And just a side note. Right around this time, I reached out to the director of that movie.
Yes, Spooky Dave or something like that.
Yeah, and he agreed to come on the podcast and have an interview, but that's also the same time when, like my wife was going to the hospital a lot with preeclampsia. Like, she went on Christmas Eve. We were contacting right around that time, and I just never touched base with him again because had a lot.
We'll probably get that back in the works. It'll be...
Yeah,
I feel pretty late, but we should get that.
I feel really bad because I feel like I dropped the ball on him. But at the same time, there was a lot going on with
we'll get back in touch and explain. I'm sure it'll be fine. So
I hope he doesn't hate us.
Yeah, that brings us to next Christmas movie, Elves, Nazi elves, and more incest.
Oh God,
and chain smoking Grizzly Adams,
coke snorting Santas.
I gotta leave it in though.
You gotta leave it. God damn, is that movie a trip?
It is a trip.
God damn, one of my favorite scenes in that movie is when he just barges in the guy's house on Christmas Eve
home
night.
invasion. Home invasion. Yeah,
he's just this big, burly homeless-looking homeless guy, like smoking cigarettes. He's just like, look, you just got to tell me about the Nazis and how they wanted to bring about like little people from the forest.
Yeah, I'm out of here, man.
His family's there, like all dressed up for Christmas. And he gives us all this information.
And he's like, all right, bye.
It's so good. Fuck, this movie's awesome.
Yeah. So that's it's staying in though. That brings then it's Silent Night, Deadly Night 3, 100% staying in. That movie fucking sucked.
Yeah.
That was our improv show, basically.
That was the improv show.
The improv show.
Yeah, it's when you're like, Aaron, you're doing the notes on this. I'm like, what?
Because Aaron doesn't read. He forgot to read his text message or something like that week. And he's like, oh shit. Then we come back to Mrs. Claus. This was also had Here Comes the Spooky on.
Yeah,
with that one.
The guys from Here Comes the Spooky were on that one. That was a good episode. That was a fun one too.
Yeah, that was a fun episode.
Yeah, not a fun movie.
Yeah, movies gotta stay in.
Yeah.
Next, we kicked off the new year with Intruder. This movie has to come out, I think.
Yeah, This
movie was amazing.
This is when my baby came along, so
yeah.
I was not involved in this episode.
You were not, but you did watch the movie though.
Yes, I watched the movie. But the fellas from Here Come the Spooky took nachos and Cincinnati Jeff. Thank you so much, guys. I think I called into the show.
You called in, yes,
hoping someone would put the phone next to the microphone. But like, no, we just paused. I'm like,
well,
no,
that would have been so much stackable feedback.
You can do it. We've done it before.
I don't think we have.
We have when I played the music from Slimeball Slimeball Bolorama. The Sorority Girls of the Slimeball Bolorama.
Yeah.
There was a song on there, and I put the song to the microphone, and it played I listened to it again,
okay.
and it plays just fine.
Sorry. But yes, you did call in to give us your pick for favorite kill and your so bad it's good, so bad scary recommendation. You did do that.
I did.
Then we took like 3-week hiatus because Aaron just could not get away from baby duties. Just could not get away.
There was
lots of going on.
NICU, new baby, all
I know.
that stuff.
I'm just not mad or anything. I'm just saying that we went on a hiatus for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That brings us to Furry Nights, crazy movie, but I've got to leave it in.
Gotta leave it in.
And then we're ending with last week's movie, Holla If I Kill You.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Another could be another favorite.
This is coming out, right?
Yeah,
this is coming out. We can't leave it in.
Oh, it's got to stay in.
It's got to come out.
Gotta come out.
It's a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah.
Fuck that movie.
Fuck
Jesus
that movie.
Christ.
All right, so that leaves us with 6 movies out on the bubble.
Okay.
So 2 have to go in.
What do we got on the bubble?
On the bubble, we have Leprechaun Returns, Bunny the Killer Thing, Prom Night 2, Hello Mary Lou, Life Force, Sleigh Bells, and Intruder. I'm going to say Leprechaun Returns goes in. As good as it was, I'm still going to think maybe that goes in.
Let me tell you what stays out of the tournament.
Okay.
Intruder.
Okay.
I think that needs to stay out.
Okay.
Bunny the Killer Thing.
Interesting.
And Prom Night 2. I think those definitely need to stay out.
Oh, wow. Okay. I thought for sure you'd say Life Force. I was thinking maybe Life Force.
Oh, yeah. Life Force, too. Yeah. I think Life Force needs to come out as well.
But it's Sleigh Bells.
Sleigh Bells and Leprechaun 2 go in?
See, I'm thinking Intruder for sure. Mm-hmm. So we both agree on that one.
Yeah.
That one's out.
Yeah.
Intruder's safe. I'll put that. I need to keep that for future reference. I think maybe Prom Night 2 I think should be safe as well. I can agree because it was just a fun movie. The acting was great.
Yeah, the acting was great.
The special effects were great. I love the locker crush scene. There's so much going on.
And that scene in that locker room is such a great scene.
And it set at the time it set a record for longest full body burn ever caught on camera.
Yeah, which was pretty amazing.
Yeah. So we're gonna leave Prom Night 2 out. So we need 2 more. That leaves between Leprechaun Returns, Life Force, Sleigh Bells, and Bunny the Killer Thing.
I think Life Force comes out, man. What do you think?
It's a great movie, but I'm like, when I'm looking back on it, man, it is pretty fucking ridiculous.
But it's
is
so good. It's a good movie. I enjoyed it. I mean, I felt like
I think we both agree Leprechaun Returns will go in.
Yes,
we'll put Leprechaun back in.
I totally agree. And Life Force, I really think should stay out because I honestly think the acting was all the actors were fucking nailing it.
Okay, so
the story was weird, but
the story
good.
is so crazy.
It was weird, but it was still done well.
Okay, I'll agree. Okay, that brings us. Life Force will stay out.
Yeah.
So that brings us down to Bunny the Killer Thing and Sleigh Bells as the last one out.
That's tough.
Sleigh Bells was just a good. Fun. It was short. It wasn't boring. It was to the point. It was good.
They fucking decapitated Santa.
They decapitate Santa Claus.
Yeah.
But
Barry Bostwick fucking kills it.
Biker Santa. He crushes it. Christina Klebe and
that one YouTube sensation who disappeared.
Got mystery around it.
Love to talk to Dave about that.
But Bunny the Killer Thing's so fucking crazy. And over the top, like it's to the point it's highly offensive to probably a lot of people.
There's so many dicks.
So many dicks.
The weird bunny orgy at the end.
Yeah, and like a 15-year-old gets jerked off or something like that. Or
that's dark.
Weird, or tries to
that girl.
Blackmail.
That one girl is so dark and weird. The one that everyone kind of has a hot for, but she's just
man,
she's weird. She finger bangs.
If you had to sit down, which one would you rather watch right now, Bunny or Sleigh Bells?
Bunny.
Rather watch Bunny.
Yeah, I'd rather watch Bunny the Killer Thing because it's that fucking bizarre. Don't get me wrong, Sleigh Bells is great, but it's also a period. It's Christmas. It's a Christmas one.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like if I watch that in July, I won't have the same much impact. Whereas Bunny the Killer Thing is also lots of snow and stuff, but it's in fucking Finland.
Yeah, it's in Finland.
So
all right, all right, I'll agree. We'll do. Bunny stays safe, and Sleigh Bells gets put back in.
Okay.
So there's our top 4. Intruder, Prom Night 2, Hello Mary Lou, Life Force, and Bunny the Killer Thing are our 4 tops from this last season, if you will, last year. And we'll pick a winner, a tops of those later. That's going to be a tough decision, actually, on those 4, I think. All right. So what that means, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to put all the names of the movies into our magical grab bag, and we will start pulling them out at random, making our brackets completely random, and we'll be right back.
So we're gonna make our bracket.
Yep. And we're back.
And we're back.
All right, we got all of our names in the hat. in our magic grab bag of specialness.
Yep.
And we basically...
I think that's what it says on the bag.
I think
Magic
it is.
grab bag of specialness.
And we're going to start pulling them out one at a time, completely random, and make our brackets. So, and Aaron will pull out the...
Can you hear that?
So, if you're playing along at home, make your bracket.
go.
Make your bracket out and start filling them in with us.
Here's our first one.
First one, we got...
Miners Massacre, Curse of the 49er.
Miners Massacre in the number 1 seed. Although this is all random and there's no bearing on that.
Versus
Holla
If I Kill You.
Oh, Holla.
All right.
I'll just put Holla 3 for now. Or I'll kill you. Holla, kill you. All right. And that's our first matchup. Moving on. Second matchup.
Night Beast.
Night Beast.
Night Beast is taking on No Mercy.
Oh. No Mercy. That's a battle.
That is a
That's
battle.
a shit battle right there. Oh, this we should also announce this is in our I think this is the Crystal Lake bracket. We split them up, so this is Crystal Lake bracket. This
Crystal
is the
Lake and Haddonfield.
This is Crystal. Let me write that down. Crystal Lake and Haddonfield on this side.
All right.
Haddonfield. I misspelled field, but fuck it.
That's okay. Next matchup, we have Bunny versus Leprechaun Returns.
Versus Leppy Returns.
All right. Reaching around my mystery bag.
Okay.
Okay. Next matchup, Head versus Sleigh Bells.
Sleigh Bells. Remember, that's Belles. That's a play on words, guys.
Like a Southern bell.
Like a Southern belle.
Next up,
Sharkenstein
versus Halloween Night 2006.
Halloween Night 2006. Halloween Night 2006. Okay.
All right. Next up, guys. A Muck Train. Look out, the train is on the tracks. Or off the tracks.
More, yeah, it's more off the tracks, really.
Versus Hack-O-Lantern.
Hack-O-Lantern.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
I don't like choosing between either one of those.
Well, luckily we don't have to.
We don't.
It's the Moongoons. The listeners will vote.
Yeah, man. That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
It's like two favorites going at it, you know?
Yeah, I still think a Mustangs should win.
All
well,
right.
I think Hackland would win and move on, but we'll get to that later.
Well, the next matchup, Marshall, is Rocktober Blood.
Oh, God. Rocktober Blood.
Versus Zombie Holocaust, a.k.a. Dr. Butcher.
Zombie Holocaust. Okay.
All right.
We got some tough ones that are going to be facing off against each other.
Is this our last matchup?
This is last bracket in Crystal Lake.
All right, our last matchup in Crystal Lake is Slumber Party Massacre 2.
Slumber Party 2.
Taking on Devil's Reign.
Slumber Party Mass 2 versus Devil's Reign. All right. So that clears out the Crystal Lake side of the bracket. Now we will move over and fill in the Haddonfield. Haddonfield. Let's see if I can actually spell field right. All right, I got
Or Haddon.
Haddonfield. But, all right. First matchup in Haddonfield.
First matchup in Haddonfield is the Last Slumber Party.
Last Slumber Party.
Versus Elves.
Oh, okay. Well, that's... No, I'll say we'll do our picks in a minute.
All right.
Moving on.
Next up. Mm-hmm. All right, we have... what does it say? Old 37.
Old 37, listener suggested one.
Versus... What? Halloween Night 2009.
Okay, so they're in different brackets. So they will not be going face to face unless they
meet up in the finals.
Unless they meet up in the finals, and I think that's a tough. I don't think that either one.
I don't think so either.
All
right. Next up, Bloodhook.
Bloodhook
versus
Blood Island. Island Blood.
That'd be awesome. Mrs. Claus.
Okay.
All right.
Mrs. Claus. All right.
Next up, Terror at Bloodfart Lake.
Oh, God bless. Terror at Bloodfart
versus Silent Night, Deadly Night 3.
Oh, Silent Night, Deadly Night 3. Abbreviate that.
We're getting down to the nitty gritty here.
Yeah.
Next up, Marshall, is Furry Nights.
Furry Nights
taking on Lake Fear 3, which could be
a finalist.
A finalist, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it's all about the brackets and who you face, you know.
It's all about the voters.
Yeah.
The
Well, I'm
Moongoons,
just saying, but if it let's start off, it's not might not have any real tough competition until it gets to the finals, depending on how these brackets play out.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Yep.
Next up, Ice Cream Man
Ice Cream Man
versus Crips.
Crips, CRYPTZ. Gotta remember the Z
Our
guys.
2019 Black History Month pick.
No, wait.
Yeah.
Was it 2000? Yeah, I guess it was. Yeah, a year ago. Yeah, that was our. We bookended it with that one, and then we bookended it with "Hollow If I Kill You" this year.
Yes.
So it's you're right. All right, we got 4 more go. We got 4 more left.
All right. Next up,
2 matchups.
See No Evil 2
See no
with the Big Red Machine
Evil 2, Devil's Favorite Son,
taking on Island of Blood.
Island of Blood. See, that's gonna be. I think that could be actually an interesting one.
Yeah, I do too. That's a tough one.
All right, well, man, the last matchup in Haddonfield.
So our last matchup is Ghoulies 3 versus Bedeviled.
Interesting. All right, so there it is. There's our brackets. So I'll run over. If you are filling out bracket playing home, I'll run over one more time, and then we'll go into make our picks. So first up in Crystal Lake, we have Myers Massacre versus Holla If I Kill You, followed by Night Beast versus No Mercy. Then Bunny versus Leprechaun Returns, followed by Head versus Sleigh Bells. Sharkenstein versus Hell Night 2006. Or I'm sorry, Halloween Night 2006, abbreviated. A Muck Train versus Hack-O-Lantern. Rocktober Blood versus Zombie Holocaust. And we close out Crystal Lake for Slumber Party Massacre 2 taking on Devil's Reign. Moving on to Haddonfield, we're going to have the last Slumber Party going up against Elves. Old 37 taking on Halloween Night 2009. Bloodhook versus Mrs. Claus. Then Terror at Bloodfart Lake versus Silent Night, Deadly Night 3. Furry Nights taking on Lake Fear 3. Ice Cream Man going up against Crips. See No Evil 2 taking on Island of Blood. And we close it out with Ghoulies 3 versus Bedeviled. Those are this year's brackets. And it's going to be, I love this time of year. I always love seeing what happens. So what we're going to do now, after another real quick break, because I got to fill in my personal, we're going to go through and make our personal picks. And we'll come back and we'll share those with you. And we'll close this up.
We're not going to do that live?
Oh, okay, now you're just making me ramble, but we'll be right back.
I'm blue, I would need, I would die, 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 I would need, I would die.
All right, we're back.
And we're back!
All right, we have filled out our personal brackets, and now we're going to go through and make our picks and we'll kind of see how close we get to this after the voters. You know, so last year our brackets got busted up. Aaron's got busted up real fast. I think mine lasted a little longer, but not much. But let's start off. First matchup, I'm going Holla If I Kill You for sure is the move on.
Yeah, Holla versus Miners Massacre. I'm saying Holla moves on as well.
Yep. Night Beast versus No Mercy.
Gnome.
Yeah, Gnome. They
and that's
both
so crazy
suck
because Night
both
Beast
those
is such a shitter. But man, that No Mercy.
Yeah.
God damn, was that horrible?
And that matchup, those two matched up in the Sweet 16, in the Shitty 16, I should say. Those are 2 picks for my Final Four.
Yeah.
My Final fucking 4. They're gonna meet like in the second round.
Night Beast is getting off easy.
Yeah. Next up is Bunny versus Leprechaun Returns.
Sounds kind of tough.
Well, I gotta go Bunny because we were gonna leave Leppy out of the tournament altogether.
I kind of feel the same way, but man, Bunny's not too bad.
It's not terrible, but I gotta pick Bunny to move on. Followed by Head, the puppet movie, versus Sleigh Bells. And again, Sleigh Bells it's gotta be Head.
Head's moving on.
Picking Head. Followed by Sharkenstein and Halloween Night 06. Again, these are 2 tough ones. And all right, so this is Halloween Night was the one with Beef Jerky Killer, Slim Jim Killer.
The guy who looked like a piece of side of beef.
Yeah. He escapes and kills everybody.
And they have a practical joke where it's like, I'm a killer, I'm gonna kill people, and they call the police. And
and then obviously Sharkenstein was the
Sharkenstein. Fucking Sharkenstein.
Which
I'm saying Sharkenstein's moving on. That's me. That's my pick.
I know. I'm thinking Sharkenstein. In a way, that movie got so fucking crazy when it started mutating and then it started walking around on land. It got even crazier. Like, I started getting enjoying it. I was like, this is fucking ridiculous, but it's so stupid. I'm laughing. But I do agree. I think the masses will say. I think I'm going to have to go with Shark as well. Sharkenstein will move on, I think, as well. Then that brings us to A Muck Train versus Hack-A-Lantern.
Man, both these movies I like.
I know.
I like both these movies.
I'm going to want Hack-A-Lantern move on. But the problem is here, now we're going to start writing which ones have people actually seen.
Right. And both these movies are pretty obscure.
They are very obscure.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a tough one. But if I had to pick, I mean...
I'm also saying Hack-A-Lantern is moving on.
They're so good. They're both crazy. But we have so much fun with A Muck Train. How I made us shirts from A Muck Train. So
crazy.
I
can never wear those shirts except if I'm going to like a house party. Because it says, A Muck don't give a fuck. You know? And it's like, I can't wear that. It's got like a girl on a fucking railroad track with a pentagram below her. Yeah. I'm like, I can't wear that out. I'm a father now.
So yeah.
That's a great shirt.
Hack-A-Lantern for me is going to move on as well. Brings us to Rocktober Blood versus Zombie Holocaust. Again, man, these two are both terrible.
Yeah, they are.
But in different fun ways.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to go... I thought Rocktober, if it was matched up against somebody else, would move a little further in, but I'm going Zombie Holocaust.
Me too, yeah.
Because Rocktober is fun. At least had the fun music that makes it memorable and enjoyable. Zombie Holocaust was just...
But it's got that Italian flavor.
But I'd rather watch Rocktober.
I'd rather watch Rocktober Blood. Yeah.
And lastly, closing out Crystal Lake, round one, we have Slumber Party Massacre 2 versus Devil's Reign. I don't know if I'd really want to watch either one of them again, but Devil's Reign's a slow burn, but it's crazy. But it earns born. There's some craziness, and it's kind of
pretty
cool.
trippy,
and it's a unique thing.
Absolutely.
Where Slumber Party Massacre 2 is just fucking silly.
Ernest Borgnine kills it.
Yeah, he does. And it's I don't know. Once the killer shows them start singing and dancing rockabilly bullshit, I check out at that point.
I don't know. That's when I tuned in. I'm gonna say Devil's Reign moves on for me. Gun to my head. What do I want to watch? I'd rather watch Slumber Party Massacre 2. But don't get me wrong, Devil's Reign's great. I still like that movie. But I'm saying Devil's Reign's moving on. Oh
man, okay. For me, God, this is so tough. I'm gonna err on the side of on visibility and viewability. I'm gonna think more people have seen Slumber Party Massacre 2 and will vote for that one as opposed to Devil's Reign. Even though both of them can, in their own mind, go on. I'm going with Slumber Party on this one. I'm saying Slumber Party moves on.
Okay, all right.
Slumber Party.
That's where we differ.
2. That's where our first differ.
No, we differed in another spot too. I said Sharkenstein's moving on.
No, I agree with you.
So I've got Holla versus Gnome.
You got Holla, Gnome, Bunny Head, Sharkenstein, Hack, Zombie Holocaust.
Okay, yeah, okay.
This is our first one. Our first differ one.
All right.
All right. So we'll go over to Haddonfield round one,
yeah.
and then we'll complete them all.
Sure.
So all right, Haddonfield, we have the last Slumber Party versus L. To me, no brainer, 100% last Slumber Party.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that. But that one's
that movie
weird.
Was terrible.
It was terrible, but I had fun doing it though.
Yeah, I had fun making fun because I know the last 20 minutes is just me like about to have a brain aneurysm or a blood vessel breaking out of my head because I'm just so angry at it. Next is Old 37 versus Halloween Night 09.
I hate letting Old 37 off the hook.
I know.
Like, it's shit movie.
It's so shit, but I kind of have against Halloween Night 09. That's kind of a sleeper juggernaut.
Yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer. You have to let...
Yeah, Halloween Night has to move on.
God damn.
You got lucky, Old 37.
No
you
shit.
got lucky.
Fuck you.
Halloween Night. And that's 09. That's the 09
God
one.
Damn it.
All right, next is Bloodhook versus Mrs. Claus.
Mrs. Claus.
This is super indie badness versus
old indie
versus it's not that indie though. I don't.
But it's
this
not,
was
it's
still
not super indie, but still indie.
I don't think it was that indie.
Well, low budget, man.
Low budget, but I still think it was studio. I mean, they were.
But it's like
it was definitely a much bigger budget. They were out on location. They were moving around.
Sure.
They were
sure, but it's still higher budget indie. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess you could say. Yeah, it might have backing from a small a small studio.
Yeah.
So I get it, but man, Miss Claus was fun because the reason I think I hold Miss Claus in a high regard is because we had a lot of fun with the boys from Here Comes the Spooky podcast.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of fun goofing on it with them. We had fun. We had drinks afterwards, all that good stuff. But Bloodhook honestly was kind of a slow burn,
Yeah.
If I want to watch one or the other, you know what I'd rather watch? I'd probably want to watch Miss Claus. I'm saying Bloodhook moves on.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I see your point. I'm kind of torn on this because I agree with you. Mrs. Claus did kind of move at a relatively steady, good pace, but it was so bad. And
it was awful.
And it had Mrs. Potato Head in it.
Yes, Potato Face.
And the kills were not great. And,
no, they weren't that great
And the
at all.
horrible twist ending with Brinky Stevens. But Bloodhook was so unique in a weird way. And the cicada thing in the first movie to bring in the devil's tritone into a thing.
Yes.
And it was so weird. And then, but you're right. It had that weird Karate Kid cast like
you've never cast
montage
before. They cast against each other like
a casting battle. They had it was basically a casting battle.
A casting showdown.
A shootout, yeah.
Like,
a casting shootout. Yes. It's so ridiculous. So if I got I will say
the kills were not good in Bloodhook either.
no.
They were not good. The only thing that was kind of cool was just seeing the dead bodies hooked together underneath.
Yeah, underneath
and they look so crazy. They look like aliens.
They look like zombie aliens, yeah. Fuck. Yeah. I think you're right. I think I'm looking. If I'm going to sit down and watch one right now, I'll go Mrs. Claus.
Wow.
Just because you're right, it is better paced. And
It's got that Amazon chick with the big titties.
They both fucking suck. But at least that will be over quicker and it's paced better. But man, there's so much good stuff in Bloodhook too. I don't know. But fuck, I'm going to say... know what? Fuck it. Mrs. Claus is moving on.
Whoa!
Mrs. Claus is moving on for me.
Check out the balls on Marshall.
Yep. I'm going to say Mrs. Claus moves on. All right. Next up is Terror at Bloodfart Lake versus Silent Night, Deadly Night 3.
Silent Night, Deadly Night 3.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no question.
Yeah. I don't know how many people have seen Terror at Bloodfart Lake, but goddamn, that if you haven't, you need to. And it's actually pretty fun.
And Silent Night, Deadly Night 3, fucking run away. Don't do it. Don't do it because it's going to sully the
I would
name.
watch Terror at Bloodfart Lake so many more times.
Yeah.
I could still watch that movie. Furry Nights versus Lake Fear 3. It's got to be Lake Fear 3.
Lake Fear 3 going in. 3. Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
Could you imagine if Lake Fear 3 wins again and we would have our first almost two back-to-back winners?
Wow.
Because Lake Fear 2 won
Lake Fear
last
2.
year.
Was it last year or the year before?
It might be the year before.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But one of the Lake Fears has already won.
Yeah, Lake Fear 2 has already been one of our worst.
So that brings us to Ice Cream Man versus Crips. Gotta go Crips. Crips. P-T-Z. Crips with a Z.
Yep.
Next is See No Evil 2 with Kane versus Island of Blood. I'm going Island of Blood.
I'm going See No Evil 2, moving on.
Really?
I was very disappointed with that movie.
Yeah, I was disappointed, but I'd rather watch that again than Island of Blood, because Island of Blood just did so many things that pissed me off. The lighting was terrible. It was so dark, and it had that horrible fucking song.
Stab me!
Stab me! Stab me in your face! Stab me! All the time, and then which made zero sense.
But it's funny because when you listen to the song by itself, it's a catchy fucking song, but they played it 30,000 times in that goddamn movie. Mm-hmm. It drives you nuts.
And they kept remixing it too. It's like, how are you able to remix it on the spot? It was like the original song is "Stab Me in the Face" and the whole thing's that. But then they started saying, "Spear me,
boil me,
burn me."
Yeah.
Like, how are you remixing on the spot, guys?
But it's just See No Evil was just so infuriating. Because they did too many teleportations. He chains. Why would a fucking morgue have giant zoo quality chains where he's chaining the doors closed? There's just so much dumb shit that they just throw in there to make a movie happen. Makes me mad.
Yeah, you say I do agree. Island of Blood was a little bit original in its own, and did have the twist ending.
Yeah, I'm saying Sino moves on.
Man.
And it seemed like they fucking had Glenn Jacobs on a leash.
Yeah,
He wasn't
he
nearly
was
as
so good in the first
Yes.
one. They just let him destroy shit. And in this one, yeah, they really did pull him back. And
Yeah.
it was
like his kills weren't nearly as
But
cool.
it is-
He
as-
stopped cutting out people's eyes.
Yeah, the
which
whole
was his
see
big
no
thing.
evil thing.
And this was supposed to be like the next night, or it's that same night.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
a Halloween 2 thing.
Very
Like the
Halloween.
next-
It's a
yeah.
Halloween 2 thing. So why would he all of a sudden stop cutting
taking
out
the
people's eyes?
Yeah, the whole thing is see no evil. That was the whole premise
Yeah.
of the first movie. So you're right. I mean, as disappointing as it was, though, was it really that bad of a movie to move on, or is it just personally disappointing? Because there's a difference, and that's what I'm trying to separate the two.
I get it, but dude, everything's personal to me.
Okay.
I'm moving on with See No Evil into the deeper into the bracket.
All right. I'm going to do. Fuck! I hate when I have moments of silence. I'm sorry, guys.
Marshall hates funerals.
I just hate having dead air, but I'm sorry. It's a tough decision, man. I don't know. I will do.
Gun to your head.
I'm doing Island of Blood.
All right.
I'll do Island of Blood. Moving on. Island of Blood. Sorry for my delay there, guys. I'm sorry. And lastly, we have Ghoulies 3 versus Bedeviled.
I'm
Both
saying
these suck.
you really do, but
Kane Hodder in a bucket.
I was about to say they have Kane Hodder in a bucket. They have an amazing mystical toilet, and they have like the prank crew, or what they call them.
I forget what they
were
were.
even the pranks they called? It was like the boners or the crew. It's like
Yeah.
they didn't call them pranks, but it was like, you know, the
I don't remember. It was so long
the
ago.
shot crew, the prank crew.
But it was basically, so you're basically looking at a shitty horror movie versus basically a cartoon. That movie became a cartoon.
Yeah.
I mean, they had explosions where people, like the black, like Looney Tunes, a bomb blows up, you're singed black.
But
and
they
you're
had
sitting on it.
tits. But they had tits. So Bedeviled moves on.
Yeah, I will say, at least they try to have fun with Ghoulies, and Bedeviled was just boring. It was
Boring.
fun. It was not
Boring.
fun.
Yeah, it was not
I didn't
fun.
enjoy it. Yeah.
It was boring.
I'm agree. Bedeviled.
No
moves
one
on.
fucking died in that goddamn movie. They just show a creepy thing, flash up in the front of the camera, and then they cut and they go, "Oh no, Jimmy's dead."
Yeah,
you know,
you
it's
never
like,
saw any death.
Fuck, no one ever died.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Fuck you, horror movie.
I agree.
If you will call yourself a horror movie.
Yeah. All right. So that clears out Haddonfield. Let's go ahead and knock out the rest of this. We'll go back to Crystal Lake.
Back at Crystal Lake, this is our elite.
This is the shitty 16.
Oh,
Yeah, shitty 16.
No.
Epically awful 8.
This is our
fucked
epically-
up 4.
this is our epically awful 8 right now.
No, there's 16,
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 left.
and there's 8 on the other side.
Oh, duh.
Yeah, there's 8 on the other side. Yes, this is the shitty 16.
I've been drinking.
So we have Holla versus No Mercy. God damn, I don't want to pick this. This should be a Final Four matchup. Oof. I hate this right now. I fucking hate this matchup.
This is man, this is a tough one.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
They're both awful.
Fucking awful. Like, I want to cry. Like, I'm really on the verge of tears right now trying to pick between how bad these two movies give me PTSD, both these movies.
I will say No Mercy hurt me more than Holla.
Really? See, I don't... Well, here's how okay, No Mercy is terrible in every way, but at least to me, it was more of a horror movie. They did try kills. They tried to do the horror movie thing. Holla was just a shitty movie with barely any real kills. Horrible stand that kept breaking the flow of the movie.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, when I got I didn't expect anything from Holla If I Kill You. I knew it was going to be bad from the get-go. No Mercy, I knew it was kind of going to be bad, but I knew it was going to be that bad. So there was a level of expectation that was pulled down with No Mercy from Holla. But God, if I had to watch, I can't even say, I think I'd rather watch No Mercy again than Holla 3. Or, well, not Holla 3, but Holla If I Kill You. Because it's so boring and stupid. And the comedy is bad. It just breaks the flow. It's terrible. No Mercy, I think at least tried. I think this one, they just got a bunch of people who had one, but all right, let's film some shit and throw it out there. It was like, I don't know. I just didn't feel like I don't know. This may be the toughest decision we've ever had.
God damn it.
I don't want Holla not to move on either. Holla should not get off this easy at all. It deserves to be ridiculed and laughed at more. It deserves its punishment. And to not move on, or No Mercy, for one of these movies not to move on is
a travesty.
Is a travesty and should not happen. But we can't rig the brass because we always do random, so we don't have any favoritism or anything. Like fuck.
I'm saying no moves on. That's for me. I'd rather watch Hollow. I'm sorry. That's me.
Yep, that's you. I will go with fucking. There's that dead air again. I'm gonna go with bum 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 bum. Fuck.
That's better than dead air.
Fuck. I don't.
Jesus, man, it's not that important of a decision.
It is. This is an important decision. This very decision could affect the tournament from here on out and could very well dictate who wins this.
But it's still up to the Moongoons.
Oh, that is true.
It's not like we're making the choice.
You're right. 100% right. I let that slip for a moment. So I'll go with I'm going Holla. Fuck it. I'll go Holla.
Wow. Hey, can you plug my headphones back in?
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Moving on, we have Bunny with an eye versus Head.
Head.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Head too. Bunny was bad, but at least there were some cool kills, and they tried.
Yeah, they tried. And
no, don't get me wrong. They tried with Head, and it was definitely the most unique premise we've ever seen. But it just doesn't live up to it. They could have done more with it, and they did. It
doesn't seem corny enough. Or
they needed to go either way more over the top and be silly.
It's a puppet
fucking
horror
puppet,
movie,
but they try to be too serious with puppets.
Yes.
So it was Bunny also had the kind of cool killer. I liked the killer in that one. It was very unique, very
kind of sexy,
hot.
And the final girl, goddamn,
Mercedes, what's her name? Yeah, so
goddamn
hot.
timepiece, but such a cock tease.
Yep. All right, so Head moves on. Next is Sharkenstein versus Hack-a-Lantern.
Oh, that's easy for me. Shark's moving on.
Shark's moving on.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to agree with you on that. Shark is moving on as well on my page, my bracket. That brings us to Zombie Holocaust versus Slumber Party Massacre 2.
For me, I have Zombie Holocaust versus The Devil's Reign.
That's right. This is where we split up. So,
however, I'm saying Zombie Holocaust is moving on because The Devil's Reign is too much fun.
And
it's funny because like Zombie Holocaust, I don't feel should be this deep into the bracket compared to some of these other movies that we've had matchups with.
See, I don't know. I'm thinking Zombie Holocaust should move on to beat Slumber Party Massacre 2.
Well, that's yours.
Yeah. I just at least I don't like Slumber Party Massacre. The singing thing got me. I didn't like it, but I can see how some people at least find it fun and campy and entertaining. Zombie Holocaust was just bad. Like it had the gore, but you can't just live off that. It was just boring.
There was a sweet music video dancing with "Let's Buzz."
Yeah, so I'm saying Zombie Holocaust is moving on in my book. All right, back to Haddonfield. We have Last Slumber Party versus Halloween Night 09. But again, this is like Holla and No Mercy. Both these movies need their punishment and should not be getting off this easy.
I'm saying Halloween Night 2009 moves on for me. No problem. I'd rather watch Last Summer Party because it's so bad. It's like, let's wrestle up some men folk, you fucking faggots. You know what I mean? Dude, it's so crazy. It's kind of like worth watching because they say faggot 30 times in that movie.
That one is...
It's almost a period piece.
Yeah, it is. Looking at it from that perspective, it is... I would rank it, like, when you look at...
It's like, when's the last time you saw...
movies of all time, I put up, like, everybody thinks Troll 2, all that's one. To me, The Last Summer Party gets ranked up there. It's to the point where it's horrible, but I could see you watching it multiple times because it's so bad, and it will break... If you try to figure out the logic of this movie, it will break your brain.
It's fun to goof on.
Yeah, so I will say Halloween Night as well will move on because that one just... Yeah. Plus, that's the one we had like 45-year-old men trying to play 21-year-old chick magnet.
Dude, or older, yeah.
Yeah, it was...
I think some guy was wearing a Blues jersey in that one, though.
No, there's no Blues jersey in that one.
Maybe a Blues hat. I don't know. There's some St. Louis stuff in there.
No, there wasn't.
All right. Fuck you. There is.
And then we have Mrs. Claus versus Silent Night, Deadly Night 3.
You couldn't say, oh, is there? Maybe I missed it. You're like, no. Fuck you, man. There's some blue stuff in there.
All right. I'm sorry. Maybe I missed it.
Yeah. There you go.
So
there you
sorry.
go. It's easy to do. Huh?
All right.
All right.
Mrs. Claus versus Silent Night, Deadly Night 3.
I have Bloodhook versus Silent Night, Deadly Night 3.
That's right. We split up here.
And I'm saying Silent Night, Deadly Night 3 is moving on for me. I like Bloodhook better. Bloodhook was a hard pick, but Silent Night, Deadly Night 3, I think, is a travesty.
Yeah.
It ruined the franchise. You know, Silent Night, Deadly Night 2
was not good by any means either.
But at least they continued with the storyline.
Yeah.
And they had it from, they went from the little brother.
Technically, this follows the story. It's got the same person, even though he was never shot in the head at the end.
Totally different actor.
Bill Moseley.
No.
He doesn't speak.
Assembly of trying to put it back together. It's just.
No, it was nonsense.
It was like a stupid X-Files episode. Really.
Yeah, I too have Silent Night, Deadly Night 3 moving on. So actually, we're back. Our brackets are pretty much matching up again at this point. Next is another one. These guys, man, these are tough matchups this year. Lake Fear 3 taking on Crips. Oh,
this one is not as hard.
It's not as hard, but still, both of them could go on. I'm going Lake Fear 3.
Me too.
Lake Fear 3.
I mean, Crips sucks.
It does suck, but at least it's coherent. It's coherent suckage. Lake Fear 3 is just a mess of what the fuckage.
It's constant slow motion and little kids going
95%.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, what the fuck is going on? But it was so weird because there's like moments in those movies where they have decent special effects, like the demon girl's face glowing and looking weird. Yeah. That's a pretty decent effect, and they did well. They had girls with big tits and like kind of good.
But then they also had the girl who had no idea what to do with her hands.
Yeah, she was pretty funny. Yeah.
But you Lake Fear 3 moving on.
Yeah.
And then we have a different one here. I have Island of Blood versus Bedeviled. You have See No Evil versus Bedeviled.
Oh, Bedeviled's moving on.
For me, I'm going to take Bedeviled too.
Yeah.
So our brackets are.
I think they match back up.
I totally misspelled that for Bedeviled, but whatever.
Except for no, you said Holla moves on. I said no.
Yeah, it's almost matched up again. Yeah. All right, so that completes our Shea 16. That's now we go to our epically awful 8, which brings us to Crystal Lake. I have Holla versus Head. Aaron has No Mercy versus Head. I'm going...
No Mercy's moving on.
I'm going Holla. So either way, like I said, we have... Those two movies should be in the finals. But one of them is going to get got lucky. So lucky. I can't believe it worked out that way. I'm mad about that. I'm not going to stop saying it. And then we have Sharkenstein versus... I have Zombie Holocaust.
As do I. And I'm saying Sharkenstein moves on... Because Zombie Holocaust, I liked it. I mean, it was still fun. It was still a decent movie. There was some plot holes and some ridiculous stuff, but they had like some pretty unique things.
Sharkenstein's bad, but I kind of like you saying with the same thing with Last Summer Party. It's bad, but it was at least funny bad. Like I could almost watch it again.
Nazis running around in Puma sneakers.
Yeah, that's why it's so bad. Not just in Adidas. I mean, come on. And the terrible special effects, but it's...
Like the worst special effects. The worst.
Yeah, I know, but Zombie Holocaust, I'm just remembering, like, at least I thought it was... I started being kind of boring. Like, at least Sharkenstein was... You could laugh your way through it. And that was another one that had like a 40-year-old trying to play a 20-year-old dude with the backwards hat. And like
who also starred in Halloween Night 2009.
No, that was Harbor Cop.
I thought he played
Harbor Cop.
He was in 2009.
Yes.
Yeah.
But there was two different people. Harbor Cop, aka Sammy Hagar.
Yeah.
2009. The other guy I'm talking about was one of the victims. He was the big goofy guy backwards. He's wearing like a Zelda hat.
We were just we're on the same page. We're on the same level. Yeah, we're on the same level.
God damn. I wish I could remember more about Zombie Holocaust. I just remember it's kind of dull. They had the gore, but I don't remember.
I do remember they had to film an extra scene they were on site somewhere in the tropics, some sort of island. And then they got to go, oh shit, well we forgot to film the scene where it's clearly shot in like a forest, like a deciduous forest,
Yes.
and not a jungle. There's
remember
like
that.
leaves on the ground and trees missing leaves. And next scene, they're like walking on a beach. God damn, that was fucking hilarious.
All right, I'm gonna put personal preference aside for entertainment and just a little on value or not value but quality, and I will say Sharkenstein moves on. All right. So back to Haddonfield, we have Halloween Night 07 or 09 versus Silent Night Deadly Night 3.
Ooh, this one's tough for me. Halloween Night 2009 is an indie film. It's indie as fuck.
Yeah.
And it has these people who are way too old to be playing college students.
Yeah.
One thinks he's channeling Stone Cold Steve Austin the whole time. The other one, Silent Night Deadly Night, is just such a fucking mess of a movie. It's so much bullshit. It pretty much killed the series.
I made my pick. I wrote it down already. I got this one.
For me, this is tough.
Okay, while you think, I'm picking Silent Night Deadly Night 3 to move on. Because as bad as Halloween Night 3 was, or Halloween Night 09 was, and as terrible as in the people, at least, again, it was more a horror movie, more slasher. At least stuff was happening. People were dying as bad as it was. Silent Night Deadly Night was just boring. Nothing's really going on. We're wasting Bill Moseley with this fucking fishbowl exposed brain contraption that makes zero sense, and telepathy and a bitchy blind girl who you don't really like anyway. And
you got a horror icon who's neutered.
Yeah.
Who's great at doing insane rants. I mean, his Chop Top from Texas 2 was fantastic, and of course we've seen what he can do in Devil's Rejects and House of Thousand Corpses and beyond.
So I'm saying,
and to see him basically be neutered and walk around going, boo.
I still rather watch Halloween Night 09 because at least stuff is as bad as it is. At least stuff is happening.
I'm with you right there, buddy. So Silent Night Deadly Night 3 is moving on from
All right, and so that brings us to Lake Fear 3 versus Bedeviled.
Ooh.
Ooh. I'm going Lake Fear 3.
I don't know, man.
It makes up on your own, but Bedeviled sucks. It's boring, but at least they were
it's
trying
so
stuff.
Boring.
Yeah, and I agree that it is boring. But Lake Fear 3 is so. It's just a mess. It's just a convoluted mess from start to finish. The characters suck. They're terrible. You don't care about any of them. The special effects, with the exception of the glowing face things, are terrible. And like I said, it's 95% slow motion.
Yes, it really is.
If you played the movie at regular speed, it'd probably only be like 30-minute movie. I'm going Lake Fear 3, man. Lake Fear 3 is moving on for me.
God damn it. This is where I'm having that existential crisis that you were having earlier.
Yeah.
Because I hate both of these movies with a passion. And I really have like a real hate for Bedeviled because I think it could have been.
I didn't think you hated it. Yeah, it could have been better.
Because it could have been done. And I think the reason I hate Bedeviled so much is I work so hard on making that YouTube video, which you can find on YouTube's and the Horrible Horror Podcast YouTube page. And I made that video. It's like I put on these clips, and after a while, I'm like, fuck this movie. Fuck this shitty fucking goddamn fucking movie. I just got so angry at it. So yeah, I'm saying Bedeviled moves on.
Wow! Oh, I'm stunned. That's me. That's the bracket buster right there.
I'm just mad.
Wow, I'm just mad.
I'm just mad.
This is a pure anger pick right
Pretty
here.
much, yeah. Because it's not a horror movie; it's a fucking Goosebumps episode.
Yeah, it's like a suspense. Yeah. All right, so that completes our fucked up final four, which is Holla versus Sharkenstein and Silent Night Dead Night 3 for me versus Lake Fear 3.
For me, it's Gnome Mercy versus Sharkenstein, Silent Night Dead Night 3 versus Bedeviled.
All right, so my final is Holla versus Sharkenstein, and I'm gonna say, my pick is Holla if I kill you to move on to the finals.
Wow. So No Mercy versus Sharkenstein. I'm also going with No Mercy.
It should be
going to the
goddammit.
finals
It
versus
should be.
Sharkenstein. It's bad, but at the end of the day, kind of like we talked about it. It's got its fun, quirky things.
This should be Holla versus No Mercy. This isn't fair. The world is not a fair place. All right.
So that's Haddonfield.
And then Haddonfield, I have Silent Night Deadly Night 3 versus Lake Fear 3. So Battle of the Threes. I'm going Lake Fear 3 over Silent Night Deadly Night 3.
Silent Night, Deadly Night 3 versus Bedeviled. I'm going Bedeviled. Bedeviled moves on. I would rather watch Silent Night, Deadly Night 3 5 times before I have to watch Bedeviled
again
once.
Yeah. I see your point, but I'd rather watch Silent Night, Deadly Night 3 over Lake Fear 3. So that means my championship round is Holla If I Kill You versus Lake Fear 3. Fucking A. And then your champion, your finals is
No Mercy versus Bedeviled.
Bedeviled. I always want to say Bedazzled. Make the movie better. God. So who do you pick? Do you have a pick for your champion? This year?
Between No Mercy and Bedeviled, I can't. I gotta say No Mercy. No Mercy is my pick to win.
Yeah.
No Mercy is my pick to win. It's so bad. It's an indie film that just does everything wrong. It does everything wrong. It has the shittiest writing. It makes no sense. It's powered by, like, the gnome comes to life by a bunch of coke spilling on
urine and cocaine.
Urine and cocaine, which sounds right off the bat amazing, but it just fucking fails on every goddamn level going forward. At least Bedeviled had a storyline. Yeah, but fuck. I'm gonna have to say No Mercy. That's my winner.
For me, I got Holla If I Kill You versus Lake Fear 3. I'm going to go with something that's never happened before. And I'm going to say we're going to have our first repeat winner in this franchise. I'm saying Lake Fear 3.
Wow.
It's tough. It's tough. Holla If I Kill You. I'm giving it Lake Fear 3 because Holla If I Kill You is at least, I believe, a shorter movie. It doesn't last as long.
An hour and 18.
Yeah, whereas Lake Fear 3 is at least a full 90, full hour and a half. And it's bad in every way. Holla is terrible, but at least the plot line makes sense somewhat. Lake Fear 3, you have no idea what the fuck is happening from the get-go.
We talked about this last week, but again, I liked the concept. I liked the premise.
Yes, the premise is good.
Of Lake. No. I like the premise of Holla. The premise of Holla was interesting. At least it was unique. At least it was something that was, it tried to combine comedy with horror in a fun, interesting kind of way, but it just sucked. It just failed.
Yeah.
But I appreciate the effort as compared to Lake Fear 3, which is someone who had a little bit more money and just said, we're going to do slow motion everything.
Yeah.
Someone who had a vision for bullshit.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was bad.
God damn that movie.
So I'm picking Lake Fear 3. You got No Mercy. And I gotta say though, I like No Mercy's odds. I really, really do. If it would have been, if it would not have been that one bracket, if it would have been the other side, I would have had that in my finals, probably for sure.
There were a couple of ball busters on this.
There were some ball busters.
Yeah, so it's up to the Moongoons.
It is.
It's up to the listeners. Yeah.
And do yourselves a favor, guys. If you haven't seen these movies, do your research, man. Watch the movies, and so you make an educated vote. Voting is important.
Or at least make sure to listen to our episodes.
Yes, and judge for yourself.
Yeah, and tell your friends to listen to our episodes.
Yes. Don't just blindly guess. It's because, this name's stupid based on the box art. Because that could be misleading.
Because we do a full breakdown of these movies, as you know. So we give you
voting is a responsibility, and it is not just a right, but it's a responsibility. I mean, it is important.
It is.
Don't just throw your vote away. Make sure you're an educated voter. Do your due diligence and vote responsibly.
Do your research.
Because a lot is right on the line this year.
Make sure you're fucking registered too.
Yeah. All right, that's our bracketology episode for this year, guys. Thank you so much for sitting with us. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, to keep from here on out, though, all results will be bonus episodes
will be discussed
on our Patreon page.
Will be discussed on our Patreon page. Yeah.
So keep tabs there. All right, guys. Thank you. Until the next episode, remember to watch more horror movies and always keep it tight.